Diesel heater. Diesel heater. So I started disassembling my diesel heater here because I'm getting a error 3 code. And I tried a couple of things to fix it, and neither of them worked. So I'm just going to demonstrate what happens when I try and start it up. So basically what happens is it gets to the point where it feels like it's about to ignite, and then it airs out. It burns off a little bit of, there's some smoke coming out of the exhaust. So the E3 code, as you can see here, the glow plug is blinking, and so the E3 code is about something wrong with the glow plug. So looking online, they kind of said that there's 3 different things that would be the cause of that kind of error. Either your glow plug is bad, the atomizer screen is full of carbon and needs to be cleaned out, or there's a hole where the air comes in to combine with the diesel for ignition. So I've pulled out the glow plug, had a look at it, and it looks fine. And I've taken out the atomizer screen and cleaned it up, and so it looks fine as well. So I'm thinking that it's the third thing, that that hole where the air is to come in is blocked up, and I think that's what's causing my problem. So unfortunately, that's not easy to get to. The other ones are reasonably easy to get to. That one's not too easy to get to. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling this out of the box, and I'm going to be opening it up and having a look. And while I've got it open, I'll take a look at how it looks inside, and if it needs some cleaning, I will be doing that as well. So stick around. So this is the glow plug, and this is the error that I'm getting. So let's pop that out, have a look. You have to be very careful with the glow plugs because they're ceramic, and can be easily broken. And then they're $30–40 on Amazon. So I'm gonna unclip the power. Let's see. Just twist it out by hand. It looks in pretty good shape to me. I'm no expert on glow plugs, but there's no carbon, there's no crap on it, there's no cracks. So I think it's fine, and it does heat up the heater, so I'm thinking that this is not my problem. Next order of business, we're going to take off the control unit. So it's got 3 plugs attached to it, so okay. So this one was the glow plug. This one here, the 3-pin, looks like it's the fan. And then I'm guessing this one down here is the fuel pump. So that's 2. So looks like 2 for the fuel pump, 3 for the fan, 4 for the glow plug. Okay. Let's pop the fan off, see what it looks like inside. That looks real nice and clean. Okay, good. Gasket, do not want to lose the gasket. Set you aside. Okay, let's see here. I'm guessing more stuff to come off. Okay, let's have a look inside the burn chamber. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, let me get a light on this. So there's quite a bit of carbon buildup on the burn chamber. And inside the unit itself. Holy moly. That's a mess. So we're going to be cleaning that out. Now, I've heard some people say use easy off. So I think that's what I'm going to try. Get that soaking while I'm looking at the other pieces. There's also a gasket we don't want to lose. Let's set that aside. Okay, here goes nothing. Lots of crud in there. So I was saying that there was kind of 3 places that they say are potential issues when you get error number 3. So the glow plug we already looked at. So inside that hole is the atomizer screen. And so I think that, I can't remember, I think this is a number 8 screw. And if you go and gently screw that in until it kind of bites, the screen, you can pop the screen up. And so I already cleaned this guy up. It looks pretty good. So I don't think that's the issue either. And then the third place they say that you check is that little hole right there. And it can get gummed up. But it looks fine too. So I wonder if it's just the sheer amount of carbon buildup that is causing our problem here. So we'll get that all cleaned up and put it back together again, see if that helps. Just putting the atomizer screen back in. You just put it in the hole, and then you can kind of push it down into place. Hard to see, but take my word for it. I got a wire brush here. I'm going to give this a little scrape. That's a lot of gunk. I'm going to go give it a rinse. See how that looks. Well, that is a tremendous improvement. So we'll let it dry out and then we'll get it back together again and see if that fixes the issue. Okay, let's start reassembling. Put the gasket back in place. So don't tighten all these down completely because there has to be a little bit of movement to allow the other ones to go in. Once they're all in, you can give them, you can snug them down. Don't go too crazy. I'll probably put the glow plug in now. Just want to go easy. Don't want to put it in too hard. The thing is, like I said earlier, very breakable. Alright, next would be the fan, I guess. Make sure we put the gasket back on correctly. That looks right. And this way. Okay, so let's put the controller back together again. Control board. Oops. So this 2-pronger, that was a fan. That's this one. And it's, you notice the, well, the plug on this one has 3 prongs, but you can see that there's the 2 wires are, you can see which ones are they're connected to. So those are the ones that are going to get plugged into. We're doing this right. There we go. And then this is the fan. Fan is the other 3-pronger. And then finally, the glow plug. The glow plug is the 4-pronger. Gasket on. Gasket only goes one way. Make sure this goes back into its right spot. Goes. Put the anchors back on. Together. Screw this guy back on to hold it in place. Okay, well, let's hook it up and see how we did. Okay, we got it back together. Put on an exhaust, hooked up the pump. Let's give her a go. See if that worked. What'll be the telltale sign is if the fuel pump starts going. Oh, there we go. I think we might have fixed this. We've got some hot air coming out now. Very hot air coming out the exhaust. Plug has come off. So I think we've got success. Let's calm down a bit. 6 minutes in, but we're still going. Full bore. Fuel pump still going. So it looks like that fix worked just fine. This is louder than I'm used to, but normally it's inside the case and shut when it's running, so I'll have to see if that's what the difference is. It's awfully loud. So one of the real nice things about these is they're actually quite simple to work on. I was a little intimidated at the thought of opening it up and giving it a clean, but it's really very simple to get into and to clean up the different parts. And Easy Off seemed to work just fine. You might want to run it through after you've cleaned it off with it. Let it burn off whatever's left. But, yeah. Looks like we're back in business.